Alright, what's up, guys? And all the haters, don't even bother to watch this. So I told you somebody was going to be making videos, and there will be more. So let's turn this up and let's talk. Sound like a plan? Let's pick this one apart.
I don't think so. You're a good girl. You are so sweet. Warbird. Chunks miser. Biggest one. You're a chunkster, aren't you? You're the size of this puppy.
And the only reason I'm doing this is because he states something indirectly about me.
Right, everybody. Open up this puppy. You guys may have noticed that my videos have taken a different direction.
Of course they did. They're more to the woo.
Hopefully more positive. So I have you guys to thank.
More positive, right? Seems like some people run the show.
Thank for the 8,000 plus subs, because it's not me sharing these videos.
Of course not. And that's why you have that grin on. Because it's all set up. And the thing is, I like him.
Is it, Kringle? Is it? Utah Sasquatch, Rio. He has quickly become one of my favorite researchers.
Of course. He's like your best buddy. And this is what I tell everybody. And nobody wants to listen to me. But this is funny. Another video, guys. I wonder who some of the higher ups are.
I'm really impressed with this guy. Has been successful in uniting people. He's doing what?
Successful in uniting people? Do you know how many people unite people online? 100-fold than him in Bigfoot? Look at all the monster radio stations where they talk about callers and sightings and so on and so forth.
It'd be really difficult for me to do. It would be bring a whole pack of people.
He wants you to think it's difficult for him to bring people together. We all know that's not true.
Or the people in the forest. He has selflessly offered up his time and expertise to take people into the forest and with a new set of eyes to see things differently.
With a new set of eyes. So one person makes the difference. There's thousands of us out there.
It is no wonder that the cynics and the skeptics have renewed their attack.
I'm not a skeptic, and I'm not a cynic. I'm a believer, I'm a knower, and I'm a real researcher.
When a channel's got like 20,000 subs, starts trolling me, but when you go and you look at his videos, he gets like 100 views.
See, that was a shot at me.
So he's got like what, 0.02% of his viewership watches his videos. I don't have time. Really, I don't think I'm going to waste my time responding to that. I'd rather help you guys get into the forest. It's just that's very exciting. Oh, that has got to be the slowest flame in the universe. A long time ago, Lady K tried to point out the error of my ways, the time I was wasting debating BS.
Now, a lot of people say that she was the reason a lot of things got ruined. I don't know if that's true or not. I know he had Team Taser. Nobody's debating him. And the thing is, nobody asked him to stick his nose in my business. And I really like him, and I don't want to argue with him. And that's the whole thing right there in a nutshell. And I do respect him, and some people are very important and very powerful in the Bigfoot community.
Bigfoot BS. Rio did a video where he made a couple points that I totally agree with.
Of course you do. You set the direction.
You've got several main types of evidence that people want you to look at. Photographs and videos. DNA samples of hair, whatever. Plaster casts of footprints. And audio recordings. That's, of course, leaving out the eyewitness. The big two is DNA and video. Mostly video. Everybody wants you to look at video. Have you seen this video? YouTube is inundated with videos of Bigfoot. Spent countless, probably millions of hours watching these videos, talking about these videos, breaking these videos down. What has that done for us? What has that generated other than a lot of fighting, a lot of chaos, debate, a few people presenting themselves as the pinnacle of secret hidden knowledge?
See what I'm saying? Secret hidden knowledge? He's talking about myself. And he knows that I know what he knows is true. How are those Skype meetings going, by the way?
Gatekeepers! That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about.
What I'm trying to express is not very much positive came from that. I mean, you tell me, when you go to a breakdown channel, either if they're for debunking or if they're, saying every little blob squatch is a Sasquatch, do you feel good? Do you come away with a warm glow?
So that's the direction you want us to go. You want us to have a warm glow when we come away from somebody's channel. So you're saying you put Rio there so everybody has a warm glow when they feel they see him.
Of personal satisfaction after engaging those channels. I come away frustrated with the debate, the egos. It's easy to get sucked into it, trapped into that pattern, that dynamic, that exchange back and forth. I could go and address people trolling you with these videos and pwn their videos. But
did he say pull my videos? He could pull my videos?
So what? Maybe a few people would chuckle about it. Usually you attract people that have a kind of a hateful agenda.
Exactly. I don't have a hateful agenda. You know what it is? It's because I'm trying to tell the truth.
Kind of sour and grumpy. There's a good collection of grumpy guys doing podcasts, making fun of the people that are doing the hard work. Now Nathan, Rio comes along and they want to pick apart every little piece of him, tell him what to do. You need to put that video back up. The next time, Rio, that you do a video, you don't edit that video, because that's hoaxing. No, you don't edit the audio. Or if you do, you have to tell us. You tell me personally, I'll tell everybody else.
Ah, did you just hear that? You tell me personally, and I'll tell everybody else. They're all in cahoots, guys. Some people are made to be on the top. They all consider Rio hoaxing. He's a front and fall guy, which he doesn't even know.
Rio, keep using the block button like you're sending Morse code. Keep doing what you're doing. You've inspired me. Yeah, I've been inspired. And Lady K inspired me to put my energy in a more useful direction. And that's to get you guys out into the forest to experience the Sasquatch reality.
So Rio's channel's failing and people are coming after him, so you have to speak up so people will listen to you. Because what? Who was behind it the whole time?
whatever that may be for you. But it's an experience that a person has to be on the ground level to get. Constantly, I am faced with people that, when I make a statement of an experience I had, they'll demand proof. Prove it.
And I don't even act that way toward him nor anybody else, really.
I started telling them that it's not my responsibility to prove reality to you.
Let me ask how one guy can change so many opinions and change his own opinion from it's flesh and blood, let me start, from it doesn't exist to it's flesh and blood to the woo factor and not get criticized, still be a top figure. You tell me.
If you're one of these people asking me silly questions, like if you don't believe this stuff is real, like the wannabe star from that crappy show Bigfoot Bounty, he's on like 3 episodes, scared of a cell phone being dropped on the forest floor, but now
I think he's talking about Richter Riolo. I'm not sure though, so don't quote me, but I know that these two have feuded in the past.
Apparently, doesn't believe in Bigfoot. There's no Bigfoot. Why are you here? Why are you investing so much energy in this? Trolling the people that are seeking the truth.
Geez, I wonder if he knows something too.
And now we have people like Rio that's willing to share that with other people.
We've had hundreds of people willing to share, except they all get bashed. And the problem is, the only ones that make it are the ones that certain people up top see fit.
Hear what he knows. He's inspiring other people to do the same thing. It's like a movement. I've been stalked by geese. They make a lot of noise. Don't you guys get? Shh. Quiet. Bigfootery has been ruled by braggarts who can brag the most. Like, I'm the best tracker. I'm the world's greatest tracker. Majority of the Bigfoot personalities.
He was talking about Rick Dyer right there with that cliche, I'm the best tracker.
And their time bragging about things they claim they can do and not doing it, not even showing people that they can. Rio makes it look easy. Makes it look going into the forest easy because he knows how to read a map, he knows about terrain features, how to read a compass, GPS.
That's not hard. Anybody can do that.
Yes. This brings me to another point on equipment. I think the influence of Hollywood and the braggarts, the people that are bragging, they do a podcast 364 days a year, and then on one weekend they go out. But the whole rest of the time they're talking about the hammocks they're going to buy, the tents, the pitfall traps they're going to dig, what type of thermal camera, starlight, scope, geopositioning, satellite, drone they're going to get the money shot, to get the breakthrough.
Which you don't want to happen, correct?
The breakthrough. Yeah, we were talking about breakthrough and the conspiracy. The conspiracy is the insidious nature of people's ego and selfishness by these mostly cynics and skeptics for the most part.
He's partially right, because everybody and all the public, like I said in my last video, certain people really don't have to do anything. You guys do it all for them by fighting and backing people like this one and that one and the next one
that have cornered this field. It's interesting that the people that don't think there's anything to it are the ones kind of controlling the flow of information. They spend a lot of time harassing and attempting to debunk things which they claim they don't believe in. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't spend any time harassing people that believe in unicorns.
He doesn't have to spend time doing much, or videos. They all get subbed, like he said. He's on top, right?
It's a moot point to me whether somebody believes in a unicorn or not. I could care less. I'm certainly not going to devote days and days and days of podcasts harassing them and making fun of them. But that's what these guys do. So Rio comes along and it is naive about the cage fighting nature. I don't think anybody that breaks into the close-knit Bigfoot community realizes that it's a cage fight. No holes barred, no rules, eye gouging. Like, yeah, go ahead, gouge his eyes out. Nothing is sacred in using weaponry against somebody that they deem as either a hoaxer or they don't like or they feel threatened by. So I suppose this conspiracy really has been fueled by the ineptitude by the so-called experts who don't want to let anybody know that they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Damage control, alert, damage control. Pick up the pieces, damage control. You will see more videos. More will be making them.
That's what they're doing. It's so difficult. Oh, it's so far above you guys. Yeah, you guys can't go into the forest and find Sasquatch, but I've been at it for 20 years. Yeah, you can come to me. You pay me $500. I'll take you into the forest with my 20 years of experience. How dare Rio? Where'd this kid come from? What kind of fruit has been born or produced? What sort of product has been produced from the podcasts, the breakdown artists, the Bigfoot gangs, the Coalition for Insanity? What have they produced?
Nothing. That's why it's going to go paranormal.
What is their love child? Chaos, arguments, fighting, negativity.
He's saying that because subliminally that's what he wants you to do.
A guy from Bigfoot Bounty just, his voice is like... Rio has produced nothing but positive waves. The negativity has been reflected back at him because the people don't want those positive waves. They don't want you guys going into the forest. They don't want the competition.
Who doesn't want the competition? Who doesn't want people going into the forest? You should reiterate that.
They don't want crowds of people going into the forest and experiencing this for themselves and then coming back with the truth. The truth that Bigfoot's real, they're common, for the most part, they're benign, they're non-aggressive, they're not violent. If the Sasquatch people were as some of the fear mongers would have you believe, nobody would come out of the forest alive. Ever. So look at the history. Look at the history of these podcasts, breakdown channels, these websites that are, constricting the flow of data and controlling it. What are they?
Constricting the data. The podcasts are made up by certain people, sent in certain directions.
They produce. What have the years and years of research, videos, footprint tracks, DNA analyses, what of all those years, millions of hours, man hours, what has that given us? What has that produced? In the end, we're left with ridicule and scorn from the mass media and the public at large. And worse,
mass media. That's maybe why they don't want it out unless it's controlled. They don't want to look bad.
In my opinion, is the actual truth of these things is so mind-blowing. You can't even, when you're experiencing it.
Can I ask you, somebody like this knows they're real? Like I know they're real? Like many others know they're real? How? How do they know?
saying it doesn't seem real doesn't even begin to touch the magnitude of what's going on. And those of you who have experienced it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But when we experience it as real researchers, they bash us for sharing it.
Skeptics and the cynics, they don't want to admit that it's an experience that they have to get off their butt and go into the forest.
You ever wonder why the higher-ups don't get bashed? How come nobody's bashing them for everything they share when they share an outing?
Go into the forest. And not just, for 5 minutes and not just on a path, but actually go into the forest. Go someplace where
They want you to go so you get video so they can bash more, because the first thing you're going to do when you have your experiences and get scared, whether it's paranormal or if it's Sasquatch or whatever it is, you're going to share it online.
are not human footprints. Go someplace where it's going to take a little bit of skill and effort on your part to get turned around and get back out again. Which brings me to equipment. Just ponder this for a second, guys. Everybody's all focused on these FLIRs, and even Rio was the...
FLIRs? Huh. Yeah, I was focused on getting one. Why can't I get one? Even Rio got one. You guys supported that. Blew his channel up. Man, he got all kinds of money, and he doesn't even use it. Huh.
Fell into that trap. I gotta have this FLIR. I need a drone. I need a flying drone with a FLIR and a hot air balloon. And an animated decoy Bigfoot that talks. You have a compass? Compass? No, I don't have a compass. You should have a compass. These people should get a compass, a map, and then if you have, $200, $300, $400, get a GPS unit. Invaluable. These things, these are the tools that would be priceless to getting into the forest where you're going to have the experience. Lugging the cameras around are secondary. That'll, as our friend Alyssa said, that will give you the ability to go back and confirm that you weren't just imagining it, like you can document it, but it's not going to prove anything to anybody. It's just going to give the...
See, it's not going to prove anything to anybody. He already knows this.
Nitwits ammunition to just hash over and rototill and you're a hoaxer.
So, should we just stop sharing everything?
The ones usually pointing their finger, calling people the hoaxers most frequently, or the people that are thinking somebody's up to some, he's lying, he's doing this.
Here's the damage control.
There's a thing called projection. You see it quite frequently.
Projection. Nice smile. Wonder what he's going to say next.
Online.
Let me guess. That I'm the person that would be hoaxing.
In the fights, when people show their real, true colors. Those pointing the finger, they got 3 fingers pointing back at them. They're probably 3 or 4 times, maybe 10 times as guilty of the activities that they're trying to say somebody else is doing, because that's how they...
There it is. I knew it was coming. And I don't watch these videos. I see it, grab it right away. This is the first time I'm viewing it as you view it, and I'm telling you, and that's what it is. I know where they go. I know what they do. I don't hoax. I don't have time. Many other real researchers don't have time. We're not busting our ass, spending all kinds of money, looking for Sasquatch, trying to find it and prove it, so people like this can say, it's projection, believe me. But when he says it, and Rio says it, and all these top guys say it, then what? You don't want to give me a bone, and you want to play games? I guess I could divulge everything that I know pretty soon.
See the world, that's how they would operate. That's projection. We tend to look at somebody and go, wow, what would I do if I was in that situation? How would I have done that? Would I have hoaxed it? See? And people go, oh, Rio's a hoaxer. That's probably how they would have operated.
That's not how I operate, and that's probably not how I would operate. That's speculation.
Rio's hoaxing. He somehow managed to get to Maine and hoax the same stuff.
So he's been to Maine. Nobody knew that, huh? Why did he go to Maine? How come he doesn't have any videos out of being in Maine? I didn't see any, unless they were just recently added. He had to go meet with some people. I wonder why. And why did he go there, and why won't he come here when I offered to pay for his plane ticket and his hotel stay? Because he doesn't stay in the woods at night.
It's amazing. The guy's incredible. It's like a demigod. He can be anywheres.
He wants you to think and praise him. That's subliminal.
So when somebody asks you if so-and-so's a hoaxer, just consider what they're producing.
So he's saying, consider what he's producing and consider what I and other researchers are producing that they bash. The bashing is what they want you to consider. So if we're being bashed, consider it as not good evidence. Get what I'm saying? That's how that is spoken.
I mean, right now, Freezer Boy, and that
Freezer Boy is talking about Rick Dyer.
Wash up from Bigfoot Bounty are like working
Bigfoot Bounty, Rick Duriolo.
together, making videos. What's that got to do with science? These are the same people who turn around and go, science! Oh, be nice to everybody. And then they turn around and they'll roast half a dozen people one after another or say terrible things to people. Hypocrites.
That's true. There are people out there that do that. But the ones that are doing it that you don't suspect might be doing it too.
Chaos mongers. They like to cause a lot of chaos. I can tell you that my focus, myself and Lady K, and it's always been Lady K's focus, is to get into the field. And more, I'm going to try to help other people do that.
See, what some people don't know is while I sit in on some of those old Skype phone call meetings and sit next to people, they don't even know you're there. You know, your screen shows up on Skype and it, shows yourself, but when you sit a foot away or 2 foot away, you can listen to things and people don't even know that you're there.
I think what Rio's doing is a fantastic idea to get people into the forest, to engage these things. I don't think there's a fear of anybody killing them. I think what's going to happen is people are going to realize the importance of trees and rocks.
The importance of trees and rocks.
Beyond the monetary value that's in their 4 feet.
What did he say? Monetary value? Money?
We know very little about these creatures, and even more to
you know all about them. What about Daisy? Code word, Daisy in a box. What's that all about? That was pushed hard, wasn't it?
To the heart, to you, is...
It was pushed right to you, right.
This is your blood right. To know what's in the forest is your birthright. Every one of us has indigenous roots. If you go far enough back, they have been forcibly, violently severed from us. And we live in a sort of a prison that keeps us from the reality of the forest. And the Sasquatch people are a huge part of that reality. Huge. Just one of the reasons why it's so important to get people off the path. To get people...
Well, here's the thing. Higher ups can sit there and say Sasquatch is not living, Sasquatch is living flesh and blood, Sasquatch is alien, Sasquatch is tree people, Sasquatch is swamp thing. They can have all these opinions and never get bashed. I wonder why that is.
Into the forest to get people to you'll meet magic there. You will.
Magic. You'll meet magic in the forest, and there it is. That was your hint. Woo Factor 2017, guys. You're going to see more videos come out from other people trying to help them out for what I'm doing.
You'll discover things that haven't been seen by human eyes in maybe forever. Hundreds of years, thousands of years perhaps. And if you spend enough time there, sooner or later you will come face to face with the Sasquatch reality.
Alright. The Sasquatch reality. What really is it? And here's the thing, guys. I like him. I respect him. He has vast knowledge of the woods, plant species, and everything, animal life, and so on and so forth. This is damage control. When I tell you something, and it happens, will you believe me? Well, you should start to. Believe what you want. All I'm telling you is what's up. Merchy merch, I'm not bad-mouthing you, brother. I'm just telling like it is. You know that I know that you know that I know that we both know what the deal is. Matter of fact, he was supposed to come out to my area not long ago. I think I still have his message that he says, let things cool down a bit. Cool down? What do you mean? Oh, because I was bashed so bad. And they worry about how they look, their spotlight. I was bashed so bad they tried to ruin me and get me down and out, and that's why I started making these videos, and they hate it. And you'll see a bunch of trolls hit my page all of a sudden, which started yesterday. You know, you get one or two here and there, but yesterday, crazy. They're all in on it. They all write each other, hey, go over there and do that, go over there and do that, go over there and do that. And then after a while it becomes so negative and distraught. So if you guys can post positive stuff on this, post it, rebut them. That's what it boils down to, guys. This is not BS. Stay up, stay positive, stay real. #truth. Later.